Last lecture we have discussed about introduction part of the ionic equilibria. The ionic equilibria, the dissociation of ion or ionization of ion. The ionic equilibrium means that this is equilibrium between ions and unionized molecules. Ions and unionized molecule in the solution is called as ionic equilibrium. The equilibrium between ions and unionized molecule means any type of the salt is dissolved into the solution. Some ions are ionized and some ions are unionized. This is the equilibrium between ions and unionized molecule in the solution is called as ionic equilibria. And then ionic equilibria is based on this particularly the H plus ion and OH minus ion, and unionized water molecule is considered. The first point in following exam, these unionized ionic equilibria containing first point is the hydrogen ion and OH minus ion, and unionized water molecule is also present in the ionic equilibria. Second contain the ionization of the weak acid and weak base. Ionization of weak acid and weak base. And then third point is the ions are dissolved in water and then salt in a water. And the last point is the solid salt and ions in a solution. Means that the 4 points very important for the ionic equilibria. In ionic equilibria, examine this particular point, H plus and OH minus ion and unionized water molecule. Second one is the ionization of weak acid and weak base. The weak acid is denoted by Ha and then weak base is denoted by BOH. This is the general example. Then third one is the ions are dissolved in water, salt is dissolved in water. And then fourth point is the solid, salt and ion in the solution. This is the ionic equilibria can be examined by particular point. Then next point is the what is meant by electrolyte. Second point is the electrolyte. And types of electrolyte. What is meant by electrolytes? Electrolytes are the substance which dissolve in water. It also forms a ion is called as electrolytes. And a non-electrolyte means that the salt is dissolved into the solution. They do not ionize. Means unionized molecule. This is called as non-electrolytes. There are two types of the electrolytes. First one is the strong electrolyte, and another one is the weak electrolyte. First, the strong electrolyte means that the electrolytes are dissociate into the extent of ion is also large extent. This is the large extent of ion. Means that ionization takes place very large. Example is given, hydrochloric acid is a dissociate into H plus plus OH minus Cl1 minus ion. Then another example, sodium hydroxide is a dissociate into Na plus OH minus ion. Here first example is given. This is the strong acid, another one is the strong base. Strong acid dissociate into H plus Cl1 minus ion, means the ionization takes place completely, means that this is the complete ionization takes place. And then complete ionization takes place means extent of ionization is very large, extent of ionization is large, and then the dissociation or ionization is complete, is called as strong electrolyte. Example, hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide, nitric acid, H2SO4 are strong electrolyte, and the salt is also example of strong electrolyte. Means that this salt is also prepared from the strong acid and strong base. You can consider the example general chemical reaction. In a neutralization reaction, HCl plus NaOH, it gives NaCl. This is the salt of strong acid and strong base. This is the NaCl, and then the salt is completely ionized, and then this is called as strong electrolytes. Then next one is the weak electrolyte. Weak electrolyte means that this is the extent of ionization is very small extent of ionization. This small extent of ionization takes place means incomplete ionization takes place, not a complete. Incomplete ionization takes place means that extent of ionization is very low. Consider the example. This is the NH4Cl dissociate into NH4 plus Cl1 minus ion. Another example is given here. This is the acetic acid CH3COOH is a dissociate into CH3COO minus plus H plus ion. Here consider the example sodium hydroxide. This dissociate into NH4 plus OH minus ion. This is the weak base, and another one is the weak acid. They are weak electrolyte, are dissociate into smaller extent, incomplete ionization takes place. This is called as weak electrolyte. आता आपण या ठिकाणी इलेक्ट्रोलाइट म्हणजे काय की द सबस्टन्स इज ऑल्सो प्रेझेंट इन द आयन्स अँड अनआयोनाइज्ड मॉलिक्यूल. हे आपण पाहिलं. टाइप्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट कशाला म्हणायचं, तर एखादा सबस्टन्स जर वॉटर मध्ये डिझॉल्व्ह जर झाला त्याच्यापासून जर आयन्स निर्माण होत असतील तर त्याला इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स असं म्हणायचं. आणि आपण नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स कशाला म्हणायचं की एखादा सबस्टन्स जर डिझॉल्व्ह जर झाला त्याच्यापासून जर आयनची निर्मिती होत नसेल तर त्याला अनआयोनाइज्ड सॉल्ट म्हणायचं, म्हणजे नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट म्हणायचं. त्याच्यामध्ये दोन क्लासिफिकेशन मध्ये, एक आहे स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट आणि दुसरा आहे वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट कशाला म्हणायचं की एखाद्या इलेक्ट्रोलाइट मध्ये आयन जर कंप्लीट आयोनायझेशन होत असेल किंवा लार्ज एक्सटेंट ऑफ आयोनायझेशन होत असेल तर त्याला कंप्लीट आयोनायझेशनला स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट असं म्हणायचं. त्याचं एक्झाम्पल तुम्हाला मी दिलं होतं की HCl आणि NaOH म्हणजे स्ट्रॉंग ऍसिड आणि स्ट्रॉंग बेस किंवा एखादा त्यांच्यापासून तयार झालेला सॉल्ट जर कंप्लीट आयोनाइज होत असेल तर त्याला स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट असं म्हणायचं. आणि त्यानंतर वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइटचं एक्झाम्पल मी तुम्हाला दिलं होतं. वीक बेस आणि वीक ऍसिड यांचं डिसोसिएशन जर केलं तर तुम्हाला अशा पद्धतीने स्मॉल एक्सटेंट ऑफ आयोनायझेशन होते. कमी प्रमाणामध्ये जर आयन डिझॉल्व्ह होत असतील किंवा एखाद्या सॉलिड मध्ये डिझॉल्व्ह केल्यानंतर जर त्याचं आयोनायझेशन कमी प्रमाणात होत असेल तर त्याला वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट म्हणायचं. आणि ज्याचं एक्सटेंट ऑफ आयोनायझेशन जर जास्त प्रमाणात होत असेल तर त्याला स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट असं म्हणायचं. कारण HCl हे स्ट्रॉंग ऍसिड आहे, पाण्यामध्ये जर डिझॉल्व्ह केलं तर H प्लस आयनची संख्या जास्तीत जास्त निर्माण होते, म्हणून लार्ज एक्सटेंट ऑफ आयन निर्माण होतात, म्हणून ते स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. आणि वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट मध्ये एखादं वीक ऍसिड जर पाण्यामध्ये डिझॉल्व्ह केलं तर त्याच्यापासून जे निर्माण होणारे जे H प्लस आयन आहेत ते जर स्मॉलर एक्सटेंट मध्ये होत असतील तर त्याला वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट असं म्हणायचं. तर अशा पद्धतीने हे टाइप्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट आणि त्याचे दोन मुद्दे या ठिकाणी क्लिअर झालेले आहेत. आता आपण नवीन मुद्दा घेऊ. देन न्यू पॉइंट इज द डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन. न्यू पॉइंट, degree of dissociation. The degree of dissociation is denoted by alpha. Means that the alpha is equal to the dissociation of ion. Dissociation of ion divided by total number of moles. Total number of moles in a solution. Means number of moles or dissociation of ion is also written in this way. Number of moles ionized. Number of moles ionized. If you consider one example, consider the beaker, it containing solvent is taken or water is taken, and then you can add any type of the salt. Suppose 100 moles of salt is added into the water, then you can obtain, suppose out of 100 only 80 moles of salt are ionized, divided by total number of moles present in a solution. This is the 100, means that 80 divided by 100, then you can obtain 0.8. And then percentage dissociation means that alpha into 100, putting this value alpha is equal to 0.8 multiplied by 100 is equal to 80%. Means in this example, degree of dissociation is nothing but degree of dissociation of ion. This is nothing but number of ions are ionized, number of moles of ionized divided by total number of moles of the solution. And then consider the example, out of this 100 moles, 80% are dissociated. 80 moles are ionized and then 20 moles are unionized. Here consider here. This is the 80 moles are ionized and remaining 20 moles are unionized. This is very important. The equilibrium between ions and unionized molecule is called as ionic equilibrium. Here once again, the equilibrium between ionized ion and unionized ion is called as ionic equilibrium. In this example, 80 moles are ionized and 20 moles are unionized, and divided by total number of moles of the solution present in the solution, that is the 100. 80 divided by 100 is equal to 0.8. And then percentage dissociation. This percentage dissociation means percentage alpha. Degree of dissociation is denoted by alpha. And then this example, alpha into 100, this answer is coming here 80%. Means in this example 80% mole is ionized. हे तुम्ही लक्षात घ्या की या ठिकाणी डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन कशाला म्हणायचं. डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन इज डिफाइन्ड ॲज इट इज द फ्रॅक्शन ऑफ which number of moles are ionized and total number of moles present in the solution is called as degree of dissociation. म्हणजे degree of dissociation कशाला म्हणतो आपण की हा कशाचा भागाकार आहे, कशाचा रेशो आहे. तर डिसोसिएशन ऑफ आयन म्हणजे नंबर ऑफ मोड्स ऑफ आयोनाइज्ड डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ मोड्स ऑफ द सोल्युशन, यांचा जो भागाकार असेल तो डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन असतो आणि पर्सेंटेज डिसोसिएशन हे अशा पद्धतीने कॅल्क्युलेट करता येतं. आणि मग परीक्षेमध्ये तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम सोडवताना डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशनची व्हॅल्यू काढावी लागते, कधी कधी पर्सेंटेज डिसोसिएशनची व्हॅल्यू डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशनची व्हॅल्यू काढावी लागते. त्यावेळेस हा फॉर्म्युला तुम्हाला उपयोगात येतो. तर अशा पद्धतीने हा इंट्रोडक्शन मधील हा मुद्दा आपण क्लिअर करतोय. आणि देन न्यू पॉइंट इज the acid and basis theory. 4 scientists will be interested in a acid base theory. The first scientist is the Arrhenius acid base theory, Laurent Bronsted theory. Third one is the Lewis acid base theory, and fourth one is the Lux and flood theory. But Lux and flood theory is not included in your syllabus in a Maharashtra state government chemistry syllabus.